This is a video essay on the evolution of special effects and how they've developed over the past 150 years. I don't know why I did it like that. Yes, let's get into it. So the first session. Right, let me just read this. The first ever visual effect was made in 1878, and it was called what the fuck was it called? It was called The Horse in Motion. It was an animation through a series of cabinet cards, and it was created by Edward Muybridge. I think that's how you say it. The animation would be a sequence of 6 to 12 cards and would be ran in a sequence, and this was known as the first motion picture. I know, it's boring. Here it is. Yeah, so this was the first example of chronophotography, which was an early method of cinematography. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. This was an early method of photographically recording the passing of time. Alright? This was a revolutionary step into the future of motion picture and what we see it as today. Alright. Donut. Moving on 20 years roughly, we stumble across Grandma's Reading Glass, which first came out in 1900. Featured a young lad using his grandma's dusty old magnifying glass to view various things and items. I got sugar. This film was one of the first films to demonstrate the incredible, futuristic and groundbreaking technique of a close-up. Huh? A close-up. The idea was it was filmed as a point of view, or a POV shall we call it. These close-ups were filmed through a black circular mass which was fixed to the front of the camera's lens. And this gave it that crazy effect of a circular image. So the idea was that we were looking through the eyes of the little boy. But yeah, a close-up, which is very commonly used in productions all the time now. Thanks, Grandma. Cringe! So, another 33 years ahead and we come to Deluge. Now, Deluge is an exciting one indeed because it shows us the first use of practical visual effects, and it creates these effects through the use of models like Kim Kardashian and Kendall Jenner. I'm joking, I mean the use of hand-built miniatures of real life things. I'll come back to that in a minute. Deluge is the first ever apocalyptic science fiction film and runs for 70 minutes. Back in 1933 there was no such thing as digital visual effects, so they had to produce something believable enough to their gullible audience that this was an apocalyptic film. So they had to do it one way or the other. I'm sure it wasn't blowing up the city with a fucking nuke. So what they had to do was produce miniatures of real life things. In this case, it was an entire city. Let's have a look.